I'm Susan Page. The first chapter of my book talks about how long. When you're suffering the loss of your spouse, you naturally wonder, how long will this pain last? How long will I be sad? How long will I cry? How long will it be until I can sleep again? That's always a good one. And there are just so many how longs. I wish I could say it will be like 8 to 12 weeks or maybe 1 year. But the truth is, there is no set time frame. Each one of us has a different time frame, and you might wonder why that is. So in this video blog, I'll share 3 reasons, and I'll share another 3 in the next blog. So number 1, how much time have you actually spent grieving? You know from my first video, I mean doing the grief work and working through your grief versus going around in circles trying to avoid your grief. And remember to ignore those family members or friends who tell you to just keep busy. Do the grief work and work through your grief if you want to move forward. The second reason is the circumstances of your spouse's death. That impacts the answer to how long. And I talked about sudden versus long-term illnesses in a prior video, but what about suicide or another type of violence like murder? These situations add complexity to your grief, and you will grieve longer. One woman in my grief forum had a fight with her husband, and he stormed out and ended up committing suicide. Of course, human nature came into play, and she blamed herself. I'm not a health professional, and you probably need professional help if you're dealing with suicide or murder. And even though I can tell you that the choice to take one's life rests with the individual and that you're not responsible for someone else's decisions, still an extremely difficult situation to deal with. I've met too many people suffering through their spouse's suicide, so get help if you find yourself dealing with suicide. And there are groups that focus on just this type of death, so look online. Another reason the answer to how long varies is whether or not you've experienced any other deaths in the past year. Because multiple deaths, they do add complexity to how long you grieve. Did you lose a mother, a father, a sibling, a child? One widower lost his mother, and 3 months later his wife died unexpectedly. He wasn't even finished grieving his mom, and now he had to grieve his wife. So who are you really grieving? So the answer to how long isn't easy. It all depends. And because of the complexity in answering this question, don't beat yourself up if you're feeling, gee, it's been 6 months. There is no rush. On the other hand, don't use grief as a crutch either. You need to find that balance between doing your grief work and pushing yourself forward. So next time, I'll continue with this theme of how long. Until then, I'm Susan Page. Bye.